I think the most important, the most critical part as well, apart from people's safety and obviously the economic impact to businesses, is cash flow. That's what everybody's talking about. Get the businesses and get the projects done that would get the cash back in the bank, because we need to kickstart this economy. Do you see any other opportunities for the construction industry in the next 3 months, 6 months?
You know, we were abruptly stopped on the 20th of March. Everybody had 3 days to close down your sites, buy your cigarettes, get your alcohol, and everything else that you do. We had 3 days. We didn't expect the lockdown to go beyond the 1st of May. It did go beyond the 1st of May. I think it's going to be absolutely critical that you re-engage as quickly as possible with your clients. There needs to be some mutual understanding between you and your client as to how you are going to try and expedite the cash flow processes. I mean, I would be, and I'm very, very aware of the fact that even your clients may be suffering from this, because we also have a commercial portfolio that we own. And I mean, we had to reduce our rentals by 70% because they closed. How do you expect people to pay if they're not making any money? So I think the most important part is now your crisis is going to be, what existing projects have you got? Engage with your clients on your existing projects and try and ease the cash flow burden in terms of that with your clients. But the second most important part is when we talk about medium to long-term goals, and that's where the Rapid Response Task Team is also engaging with government in trying to lobby them to understand that all this money that has been spoken about when we had the State of the Nation address and the budget, and even as far back, or not as far back as 2 weeks ago, when 500 billion was going to be made available for infrastructure and things, when is that going to be unlocked? These comments are made and then nothing happens, and it doesn't filter through to the people on the ground. And that is to us a huge concern. This is the time for government to not just talk about these things, but actually to make it happen. Speed up the processes. And that is why I say that the Rapid Response Task Team is speeding up the processes, or going to lobby to speed up those processes in terms of approvals from local municipalities and authorities. Why are we taking so long to get plans done? You know, our president promised us a water license in 90 days. I can assure you, we've been waiting 3.5 years, and we still don't have a water license. You know, it's that kind of examples that we talk. It's the talk that doesn't get converted to reality. And if we don't get that reality going very soon, I'm afraid the building industry and all other industries are going to be suffering or continue to suffer in the way that we are at the moment.
Yeah, because the building industry isn't just a driver for the building industry. There's so many ancillary services, and it's just such a massive ripple effect throughout society and throughout the country. Tell me a little bit, John, do you also lobby for your clients outside of South Africa for this group, for the task team, or is that primarily focused in South Africa? I know a lot of the organizations also work in the SADC area.
Very interesting question. I didn't think about it until you just mentioned it. Unfortunately, I think we've got our hands full with South Africa. However, in saying that, I must qualify it. We also have a member of the Chartered Institute of Building on this team, who is, and the reason for them, it's the CIOB, they call themselves the CIOB Africa. And the reason that they are on is because we would like to leverage off them, and they would like to leverage off us in terms of ideas and in terms of how we can take things forward. So if you want to call that an international flavor to the Rapid Response Team, task team, I suppose that's what you can call it. But every other country has got the same challenges. So we can learn from Britain, we can learn from Europe, we can learn from Japan. If we can, there's no need for us, there should be no reason for us not to learn from their experiences, and vice versa. So yeah, predominantly South Africa, I think, for the time being, because I think we've got huge crises here to deal with. But I see no reason why the international and certainly the African market cannot leverage off those.
John, we are looking forward to seeing what this task team does going forward, and you've got our support. We 100% believe in the construction industry. It's what we're passionate about, and yes, we can but hope that this opens up quicker and that we start seeing the money going and that the economy starts, the wheels of the economy, and especially the construction industry, starts turning again very, very quickly. Thank you so much for your time, John. Do you have any parting comments?
Yes, I have one. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I have one comment. I think we are now 34 associations on this task team. It's getting quite large now. And you can imagine that trying to speak with one voice can be difficult at times. But I think we need to look beyond that. There are bigger pictures and bigger issues that need to be dealt with. And as I've always mentioned in the meetings that I chair, it said, look, let's do this for the greater good and not just concentrate on our associations. Each association have got their own identity and they can deal with, and they certainly have their challenges too. But when it comes to trying to unlock the economy on the bigger scale, I think then we need to think of it as a global phenomenon rather than being introverted, so to speak. But thank you very much for the opportunity again.
I agree with you. Thank you, John. Great comments to end the day with and the session with. John, we'll be posting your details below if anybody would like to get in touch with you. The very best of luck. Thank you for joining us again today. And for John's contact details, you can see them below. Click in the links. And yeah, let's get this thing going. Let's turn up the industry. And come 1 June, many of us will be out there. But as John said, and please heed the caution, be prepared or you will be shut down again. It's not worth the risk. Be safe. From my home to yours, the very best. Bye-bye.